I just got back from a 2-week trip to Jordan, one bagging with the Evergoods Civic Travel Bag 26. This pack is very similar in design to their Civic panel loader over here, but with some upgrades that make it work better for travel, as well as incorporating design improvements over the previous models. In this video, I'd like to focus on the features of the CTB26. However, future videos, I'd also like to do a comparison between the panel loader 24 and the CTB, as well as show you the gear that I used on my most recent trip. The dimensions of 19 by 12 by about 8 deep or 48, 30, 20 centimeters are really tight to work as a personal item, but easily work as a carry-on. As you can see, my 18 by 14 by 8 sizer box, it's really tight to fit in here. If you kind of underpack the bag a little bit, you can definitely get it to fit, but whether that's going to get past the gate check is another question. So it definitely works as a carry-on. Whether it works as a personal item a lot is going to depend on the airline, how much you have in this bag. The way I packed it, however, I was able to fit it under the seat on every international flight that I took. After packing it, the 26 liters seems fairly accurate. However, I wanted to test it by filling the bag with packing peanuts and transferring them into my marked container. So I measured out 26 liters of packing peanuts and easily fit them in the bag. So it's even a little bit underpacked here on the top. So easily 26 liter bag. I'd say that's even being a little bit conservative. And that doesn't include these accessory pockets on the outside. So probably when you include all the water bottles and gear that you can fit in here, I'd say probably 28 liters max capacity. Evergoods uses a new fabric on the Civic Travel Bag 26. It's a medium weight yet durable 420 denier nylon with a water resistant coating. To compare that to their previous fabric, similar weight, 500 denier air textured nylon, makes this very matte, nice looking fabric, but it has a really rough surface that tends to pick up dirt. This new fabric has similar durability, but because it's not air textured, it has a much smoother feel to it, and because it's not air textured, it's a little bit shinier. I think it goes without saying that the Civic Travel Bag uses some very high quality, very large, durable hardware. We have huge number 10 YKKs in the main compartment, number 8 throughout the rest of the bag. Hardware also very high quality, durable, Duraflex plastic buckles and adjusters. The zippers aren't locking, but you can connect the zipper pulls together using a Night Eyes micro lock. Black or silver is going to make it so you have some decent security while also being really low key. The laptop is just one zipper, so you can't lock it to the same one, but you could also attach it to this other pocket over here on the side. Or there's these large loops here in the corners of the bag. You could use a travel lock or a larger carabiner. Now looking at the external components on the CTB26, we have several top pockets, front panel pocket, 2 large side water bottle pockets, external laptop compartment, and a lot of good carry handles and gear loops for attaching gear. Evergoods designs their packs so that most of the pockets are going to have their own volume. You can see that here on this front panel, it sticks out from the top of the main compartment, meaning that anything that you put in these front pockets or the pockets here on the inside, all of these things are going to have their own volume, and it's not going to compete for space in the main compartment. This is a great design on a travel bag. There's a lot of large pockets on the outside of the bag. You can stuff these things full of gear and not have to worry that you're not going to have as much space on the inside when you try to pack your luggage. The setup in these pockets is intuitive and easy to use. There's a smaller slash pocket here on the back. This thing is a thinner pocket, only goes down about maybe not quite an entire hand length, and the capacity storage on this thing is going to actually be behind the laptop compartment. This other front pocket is going to be your main small gear storage. It's a small zipper, but this pocket is deceptively large. Goes all the way down to here and takes up basically the volume in this entire front part of the pack. As a comparison, it's maybe not quite as large as this pouch, 2-liter pouch, but it's very close. This front panel here is much thinner, doesn't really have much of a volume. It's more like an admin pouch, key leash. There's another zipper pocket here and a couple of dividers. This is great for thinner items that don't take up a lot of space, like notebooks, pens and pencils, stuff like that. These side water bottle pockets are huge, hold a ton of gear, and very easy to use. Made out of this very thick, durable, stretchy fabric. These are gonna easily hold any of these slimmer water bottles. They are large enough to hold the fat 1-liter Nylon, but it's really, really tight in there. And because there's 2 of these pockets, you can also use them just for storing regular gear. They're just a nice big pocket. I was using these, store water bottle on one side and then snacks on the other side. Because of their stretchy design, you can put stuff in here and it's really not going to come out. Now coming around to the carry system, the CTB uses a very simple yet well-made, comfortable design, non-stowable shoulder straps, and then thin side and top carry handles. The shoulder straps much thicker at the top where it's going to take most of the weight, tapering down here, thinner in the bottom. It uses this closed cell rubberized kind of zote foam. It's a lot firmer and squishier, and it's going to hold weight a lot better than that cheaper open cell foam that's really common in a lot of inexpensive travel backpacks. Just as an example, the Quechua backpack over here, the shoulder strap is actually thicker. However, it's this really soft open cell foam. When you put weight on this, it's going to squish down really thin. Evergoods bag, much thicker, denser foam. It's still soft, but it's going to not compress down as easily and hold weight much better. You also have this unique attachment system where it's several pieces of fabric sewn into the bag instead of the straps just being sewn directly onto the top of the pack. It means these are going to be a lot more flexible, making these shoulder straps fit your shoulders much more comfortably. Sternum straps, instead of slidey, you're going to pop these things out and pop them into the fabric loop that fits you. Once you get them to be where it's comfortable for you, then you shouldn't really need to adjust them after that. I really like what Evergoods did with this new back padding here. Previous models had this kind of hard, firm, sort of soft back panel, but it was covered in the 500 denier fabric, same as the rest of the bag. This stuff has virtually zero breathability, and the fabric is really rough on your back. The new bottle, this is a much better system. Instead of that rubberized foam, they use this thicker honeycomb spacing material covered with a very thin yet breathable 500 denier ripstop fabric. And then not the same, but to demonstrate the basic concept of what this padding is, you can see over here on the Cotopaxi Alpa, they have this thin layer of this kind of honeycomb spacer material. This stuff back here is a really similar design. However, it's much more durable and way thicker. And to test this out, I carry this bag fully packed around Petra all day, hiking up stairs about 12.5 miles throughout the day. This pack is super comfortable, way softer, squishier, and has much better air breathability than the previous model. And then as an added bonus on the update, Evergoods put this luggage pass-through sleeve back here so you can use this thing in conjunction with a rolling luggage. And worth noting, the smaller 26 does not come with a hip belt. I don't think you need one with this bag. However, the larger 35-liter model does have a hip belt, which is great because you can fit a lot more weight in that bag. As an alternative carry to the backpack, the CTB has a webbing strap that runs all the way around the side, top of the bag. It's sewn in several points, making a handle carry on the top and the side, and then 2 gear loops over here in the corners. You can basically attach anything to these that you want. They're a great place for carabiners though, and I've been using them to attach a hero clip over here on one side and the Matador travel lock I've been testing over here on the other. The last external feature I have to show you is the laptop compartment. Evergoods Civic line of bags is designed for urban environments, so a well-designed padded laptop sleeve is a must here. It's a side access zipper. This is a huge compartment designed to hold up to a 17-inch laptop, so it's easily going to hold my 15.5-inch Dell. The main part of this pocket is just this large compartment without a false bottom. This is going to be a great place for storing a notebook or travel documents. On the other side of this divider here is where you're going to have the actual laptop sleeve. This is extremely well padded and well protected. On this side, you have the thick back padding here. You also have this firm plastic frame sheet for protection, and then this firm foam panel divider. On the other side of the pack, between the laptop sleeve and the main compartment, is another firm foam panel. This sleeve is sewn away from all 4 sides of the pack, basically giving it a 4-way false bottom. You can see it's sewn several inches away from this side, over here on the bottom, also on the back, and then on the front here, this Velcro strap is going to keep your laptop in place and keep it away from this side of the pack. So very safe, very secure place to store your laptop back here. The only downside I see is all these panels and foam take up a lot of space and weight in the bag, which is kind of useless if you're not carrying a laptop. Coming around to the interior organization of the CTB26, this has a full opening panel style design, where the zippers are gonna go all the way down to the bottom of the pack. The main luggage part of the bag is large and open. This is where you're gonna be storing a majority of your gear. And you can see it a little bit better when I show you the lid side. You can see the bottom of the bag is slightly thinner and it tapers out a little bit more, a little bit fatter here on the top. The laptop compartment down here, when I flip the bag inside out, there's actually an additional aluminum stay here over on the side. It's a little aluminum piece, which is gonna help give the bag structure when you're carrying it on that side handle. And then you can see this is the laptop compartment right here that you access from the back, but you can see how much space this thing could take up out of the volume on the main compartment. On the lid part of the bag, 2 large pockets, mesh zippered pocket here, and then just a fabric pocket here in the top with a couple of dividers in it. And you can see from the side, these pockets actually get their volume from this front panel instead of taking it away from the main compartment. So you can basically pack these things completely separately, kind of use them almost like interior packing cubes. Inside the main bag, little stretchy sleeve here. Haven't really figured out the best use of this other than using it for a tablet, maybe like a notebook. They have a couple of daisy chain loops here on the top, which one day I hope that they are going to incorporate these, make some sort of attachment system so they're more compatible with their pouches. There's a lot of pockets and compartments that have their own volume, so I think it's a good idea to kind of have a packing strategy on where you want to keep your gear in the different pockets before you jump into packing this thing. Evergoods has packing cubes. I don't have them, so I've been using Peak Design cubes. This is the medium. It fits pretty much perfectly right there in the bottom of the pack. This is a clean, dirty, as well as a compression cube. There's a good chunk of room here on the top. I have sandals in a dry bag, as well as a toiletry bag, and then this little Matador refraction day pack. I still have a little bit of extra room over here, so I'm gonna use that to put a light kind of fleece jacket. And then you still have a ton of space over here, so I was using this kind of as a large packing cube. You could use it for dirty laundry, but I was using this to store socks and underwear right up here. And then this other top pouch, kind of just for miscellaneous things that I don't know what else to do with. I don't usually carry a ton of electronics, but I was using these top pockets here, this closer one, kind of like personal hygiene products, chapstick, sunscreen, tissues, and then all my chargers, battery pack, electronics, and cords up here in this large front pocket. Thin gear in this front organizational pocket, travel wallet, notebook, pen, pencil, stuff like that. Using one side of this water bottle pocket just kind of as a big dump for storing extra snacks, water bottle in the other side, and then I was storing my tablet back here in the laptop compartment. When I started my trip, I used this Matador backpack. It's a really kind of small, minimalist, packable day pack. I was able to fit this thing inside the main compartment. However, as I went, I ended up accumulating things. I bought some coffee, candy, snacks, a couple souvenirs, and I ended up having to carry this thing separately. So that's another benefit of having a separate packable day pack. It's kind of an expansion if you end up filling your main bag. This is what the CTB looks like, fully packed. All that gear I had in there, I just weighed it. It's about 6 kilograms or 13.2 pounds. This is what it looks like on me fully packed. Again, I carry this thing around on several trips, outdoor hikes, always comfortable no matter what I had in the bag. Shoulder straps, soft, comfortable, fit my shoulders well. Back padding is soft and well ventilated. In summary, CTB26, another very well made bag by Evergoods with some upgrades that make this even better than previous versions. The 3D pockets on the front and inside the bag are large, easy to pack, and it's great that you can just stuff gear in there without worrying about competing with space in the main compartment. It's an extremely well-made bag. It's very comfortable. It has a well-protected laptop compartment. It's easy to pack, fits under the seat on international flights, and I love all the extra storage that you get from using these external water bottle pockets. Really the only con I have with this bag is the weight. Pushing 3.4 pounds is a lot for a bag that's this small, and a lot of the weight in this space is taken up with a laptop compartment, which can be frustrating if you're not using this bag to carry a laptop. I hope you enjoyed this review on the Evergoods Civic Travel Bag 26. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions, and again, thanks for watching.